welcome back to my channel. I am Amber from Amber's Books and More, and let's talk books. So today I have a book review for The School for Good and Evil by Soman Chainani, and so this is going to be a series of videos that I call Let's Talk Books. It's going to have a little bit of non-spoiler and a little bit of spoiler. Hopefully it won't go on too long. Because I don't want to make these super long videos to watch, because I know that people say they don't have many views on YouTube, but I don't really care about that. I just want to talk about books, you know. I just want to talk books. So so this is The School for Good and Evil by Soman Chainani. It is a middle grade book about Sophie and Agatha, and they get sent to the School for Good and Evil. One is good, one is evil, and not necessarily the ones that they think are good and which ones they think are evil. And I'll put this away because I know that's distracting. So basically, it's the story of their fairy tale, because they live in a fairy tale world where two people are kidnapped from this village every 4 years, and one goes to school for good, one goes to school for evil, and they learn how to do that. Traditionally, evil are the ugly, weird kids, and the good are the really pretty, nice kids. And this kind of flips that on its head and asks the questions, is anybody really just good or just evil? Or is everybody a little bit of both? So I really enjoy that aspect of this book. I would say the first 3/4 of this book were awesome, and I loved it, and it would have been a 5-star read. But the last little quarter kind of took a turn that I wasn't expecting, and I don't know for sure yet whether I really enjoyed that part of it. I'm hoping that, because this is I know there's 3 books out, there's supposed to be a 4th one, but I'm hoping that it will kind of get resolved on the parts that I had a problem with at the end of it. So the writing style kind of reminded me of what Alice in Wonderland could have been. It was kind of whimsy and nonsensical, and you just kind of had to take it for granted that this was all the way that it was. But I really enjoyed the writing style. I think it really flowed really well, and it made it very easy to read. So I did read this book for a buddy read with Julie over at Pages and Pens. I will leave her video above here. I will also leave the Facebook group that she created for buddy reads down in the comments below. And she also is going to have a live show with Java and the Librarians on this book on the 18th. I will leave any info on that below as well. And you can come watch the live show if you want to hear others' opinions about this same book. And it will be spoilery, so you would have needed to read it first or not care about the spoilers. So basically 3.75 stars out of 5. I think that I will continue with the series. I've already ordered the 2nd and 3rd book, and they're on their way. I should have them soon. So yeah, I think that overall, I think it is worth the read. And if you haven't read it yet, go read it. And then come back. If you have read it, stay tuned. We'll get into the spoiler section. So for all you non-spoiler fans, see you later. And I hope you pick up the book, and let me know in the comments below if you want to pick up the book. If not, I'll have a good day. All right, now on to the spoilers. Okay, so when I kind of called it that Sophie was going to be evil whenever I first got into the book. When she first started talking, and I could tell the way that she thought, I thought there's no way that she's a princess and that she's good. So I didn't predict that coming along, which I think that was meant to be that way, that you were supposed to predict that. Going through the book, it was about the friendship, and it was about Sophie trying to prove that she's good, and about getting this prince to fall in love with her, and I loved all the way through that. Where it took a turn for me was when Sophie started having the dreams about her nemesis, and the nemesis turned out to be Agatha, and Agatha suddenly became pretty. And it's not, and I did like the part where the teacher kind of told her, I'm going to make you pretty. I'm Cinderella's, fairy godmother. But then she didn't actually change her, and Agatha realized that she's always been pretty. She just didn't realize it. I did enjoy that. I did. However, when Sophie turns ugly, Agatha turns prettier. And then whenever they have the big ball at the end, and she says, what happens when evil starts acting good, and what happens when good starts acting evil, and all the evil kids turned pretty and all the good kids turned evil, it was kind of saying, yeah, really, what good are really only pretty and evil are only ugly. And so since they're opposite, they've changed. And then they ended up changing back. after all this went down. And that kind of made me angry, because I was like, okay, so you're saying bald and chubby and, you know, not as traditionally pretty are just evil, and if you're good then you'll be pretty? I mean, I don't know if I took it the wrong way, or, you know, I kind of wished it would have ended with the good and evil both being pretty and staying pretty, and not knowing, because they all look the same, who's good and who's evil, because we all have both good and evil inside of us. And that's how I wish that it would have ended. And I liked how, you know, Sophie sacrificed herself for Agatha, and so they kind of had their happily ever after together. But I'm scared, because that was a good ending. How is the rest of the story? A world with no princes. This is the second book. How is that going to go? So I'm a little worried about that and how that's going to be settled. But yeah, overall, I did enjoy the book. I do have some conflicting emotions about the last third or quarter of it. Not even a third, yeah, like a quarter. But I don't know. What have you guys read it? What do you think? Do you think that I took it the wrong way? Am I totally out of line on that, or did you see the same thing? But either way, I mean, I did like the book. The writing style was awesome. I did like the writing style. It's almost like it took a turn it shouldn't have took. Like, he changed the author changed his mind and said, you know what, I was going to make this way, but I think I'm going to turn and make it that way, because the path that they were both, it didn't matter if you were ugly or pretty, you were good if you were good, you were bad if you were bad. I liked that, and I wanted to keep going with that theme, but he didn't. He eventually said, hey, yeah, pretty is good and evil is ugly, and I don't like that storyline. So either way, let me know what you think. This is all I'm going to say about it. I don't want to make this a very long video. I'm hoping to get this done, in like 5 minutes or so. We'll see. We'll see. I don't even know how long I've been recording. So, yeah, leave me some comments. Check me out on social media. I have links below to all my social media. Check out Julie's channel. Check out the Buddy Read. Come Buddy Read with us for the next one. She hasn't decided which one it'll be yet, but I enjoy reading with other people and seeing how they think about it at the same time that I'm reading it. It's really helpful for me, and it keeps me motivated to read, I think. So yeah, so check out all that. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead. There will be a head that shows up here soon. And I will see you next time. Have a good day wherever you are. Love ya. Bye.